Hi there, welcome to Gender Equality Talks. This is the final episode of the year. Merry Christmas if you're watching this during the holidays in December 2025. Thank you so much for everybody who's been tuned in to Gender Equality Talks throughout this year. We started Gender Equality Talks this year, and I've loved the response to it. I've gotten a couple of DMs telling me, oh my gosh, we love your talks, and they make me feel nice. TikTok, we're a hit. YouTube, you're sleeping on me, girls. You're sleeping on me, boys, In today's episode of Gender Equality Talks, we'll be talking about a free mindset, right? And this is, if I may say, the break in the healing, because we find ourselves going through so many things, so many seasons in our lives, and sometimes we need to take a break, right? And we're like, when will this even end? When will I catch a break, right? So when life is lifing and you're like, I need a break. Let's basically just call this free mindset 101, right? You attract what your brain is wired for. Sometimes when things trigger you, that is what you're wired for. Maybe when you remember someone and you feel that bzz, or you remember a situation and you feel that, like, that moment keeps triggering you, keeps triggering how you react when you're outside, keeps triggering you on so much of your choices and your life decisions. That little shock makes you feel like all these other times never existed. Maybe it's because of the way they used to hold you. Maybe it's because of the money you used to get when you used to be in this job. Maybe it's because of the certain kind of person you used to be when you used to be around a certain kind of environment. So many possibilities of what this little shocking matter that triggers you could feel like, right? If that has become your purpose, can it have a better purpose than what you're trying to make it be? Can it push you to move on and not linger? Can, whenever you feel that, it's the point for you to, like, snap out of it. You catch yourself in that moment and you're like, I need to free myself from this. I don't need to linger in this pain. I need to just grow from this pain. You free yourself from what wants to hold you and keep you in this point where whenever you hear it, see it, feel it, it triggers you. You need to free yourself from it. And the first step to freeing yourself from it is realizing what it is. You need to practice putting the broken pieces back together, like a puzzle. The next step to reaching a free mindset is learning how to practice putting the pieces together. You know how they say practice makes perfect? Keep putting those broken pieces back together, and guess what? They will come back together. Whatever you feel like you messed up, whatever you feel like is not coming true, just breathe and put those pieces back together. These are the little steps that get you to a free mindset. When we talk of a free mindset, you are the core of that mind, right? You, the relationship with you. This relationship will always exist. The relationship between you and yourself will always exist. Might as well make it a kind one, a free one, a coexisting one where you can relate to yourself and have a healthy relationship with yourself, enough where you can have a conversation with yourself and not feel like you're going crazy. Make sure that that relationship with yourself will always be there, and you can always go back and check on yourself. Always make sure you're doing good. Check on yourself. Tap in, clock in whenever something is not right. Make sure that relationship does not falter. Stop asking why all the time. Why am I going through this? Why is my life so hard? I sometimes find myself a victim of this why mentality. This why? Why mbona mimi? Why me? Can we shift from that and start asking what? What can I do to get out of this cave? Because I've been putting myself in this cave that I don't want to be in, this cave of depression, this cave of grief, this always feeling like I'm on the wrong. Let's ask ourselves, what can I do? What makes me feel this? What is making me, like, analyze it in a perspective of what rather than a perspective of why. That is one thing I found, that whenever I come from the point of what is making me feel like this conversation made me feel like this, not why, but what was said in that conversation that made me feel some type of way, and then I can find my steps and I can get back on the right track to freeing my mindset. You know the equation where you are like, you plus them equals love? Can it be you plus you equals love? Can you focus on giving yourself the feeling? Because these feelings we get control us sometimes. Can you give yourself those feelings that person was giving you without them there? Can you take yourself on those dates? Send yourself little reminders and tell yourself how beautiful you are. Can you buy yourself the damn flowers? Do the little things, that make you happy. Even do more. Create an environment where you're feeling amazing, or the kind of things, those things they used to do that made you feel like, oh yes, I'm in the right place. Can you do them for yourself and feel those feelings for yourself? Create that environment the person was giving you without them there, and you will see that the equation does make sense without them. You plus you equals love, equals freedom, equals peace, equals joy, equals freedom. These feelings that you have been feeling, what kind of feelings are they? You can't tell me, oh, I don't know. Because when you squeeze a sugar cane, you get to see what the sugar cane brings out. Sugar cane juice. So tell me, when we squeeze you, will we bring out confusion? Will we bring out them? What makes you up? What feelings actually make you up? If we squeezed you right now, what would that be? Would it be depression? Would it be confusion? Who are you? Literally. When you get to knowing what kind of feelings you feel and who you are, these are the steps to get into a free mindset. One thing that time has taught us is that pain and progress can coexist. You can be in so much pain, you feel like you're going to die the next minute, but imagine it's not the end of life. You will get through. And time has shown us this over and over again. Like, it will not destroy us. If anything, we're going to come out of it as phoenixes. We're going to be better. We're going to do better. Or if anything, even if we come out of it beaten up and battered, we're gonna come out of it. There's progress. Getting out of that pain initially is progress. One step at a time is progress. So trust time, because pain and progress can coexist. And once you know that, oh my God, it's not the end of it, and in 5 years, 10 years, even maybe 3 weeks from now, when you get a new job, that person or that thing that is making you feel so down will not even matter. You free your mind, you let it go. Fear really does keep us from moving on. Don't pretend you're fine. We're not fine most of the time. You accept it and you don't camp there. You're like, okay, I'm not good, but I'm not afraid of moving on. I'm not afraid of what it's going to do to me. Because this pain is not a reflection of who I am. It's not a reflection of my worth. It's a reflection of what I need and don't need in my life. Because this is hurting me. This is not hurting me. But if I stay in that fear of, oh my God, I don't want this to ever happen to me again, or I don't know whether I can move on, or what if I move on and something like this happens again. It's tying you there. It's putting you in that cocoon, in that mindset where you can't move on because what if not? You know? Let's get out of that fear. Because the fear of, oh my God, if I feared putting out my videos because, oh my God, I'm not aesthetic enough, there's a girl somewhere who wants to just hear it. There's someone who doesn't care how my room looks like. They just need someone to tell them. They just need to hear it. Remind themselves that this fear cannot cripple them, cannot keep them where they are. They need to know, okay, I'm not fine, but I need to move on. I'm not afraid of moving on. You don't need to be afraid of moving on. Just analyze it. And after analyzing it, don't be afraid of moving on. Remember that one step, it's going to take you places. You're going to progress. In that pain, in that situation, you're going to progress. You know, because there's a time where I was so afraid I'm never going to get money again. These things are real. I'm never money again. And guess what? I open up my little stall. It's not even a shop, guys. I open up my little stall, my stand, my thrifted clothes, and I make the money. Sometimes I don't even make the money back. I end up just putting more debt into it, but guess what? It will pay back. Not out of the fear of not wanting to go and sit there and open the stall, because I'm afraid what will people think of me. I'm just like, it's not where I'm supposed to be. Anybody who knew me while I was working at the bank and they see me right now, they'll be like, oh my God, what happened to her? That fear of what will people think cannot cripple me, cannot cripple you. You know, I know why I'm here. I know the reasons why I'm here and why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. It's not where I'm supposed to be. It's not where I want to be. But guess what? I'm making little steps and progressing to it. And I will get there because I believe in myself. And just because I'm not where I wanted to be doesn't mean I won't get there. And the fear of what people will say, what people will think cannot limit me. It's not a reflection of my worth. It's just a reflection of what I don't want and what I want. Just because I don't want people to talk about me doesn't mean I don't need the money. I do. And they'll not give me the money, so I need to work for it. And however I work for it doesn't even matter to them. Like, it doesn't even involve them. You know? Free Mindset 101. You need to structure your routine better. Even if it's just getting out of bed, getting out of your house, just structure your routine. Make a checklist if you feel like your mind is all over and you just can't keep to something. When you tell yourself you're gonna do this and do this and do this, keep a checklist. You'll have a better routine of your time. You'll have things to keep you preoccupied so that you don't think of other things that will pull you down. Replace this person, this rhythm. Maybe it used to be a rhythm. Replace this rhythm you used to have with this person with something else. Something that gives you just as much dopamine as hanging out with this person. Maybe going to the gym. Maybe baking. Replace these little rhythms you used to have, this little dopamine feeds you used to give yourself with them, with something else. Don't let your dopamine levels only be risen and only the spark and the shock factor just be related to this person. Let the source of this dopamine come from something else. Restructure your routine to forget this person, to forget this situation. That's how you free yourself. Continue being a better person. If them going has made you change your routine to a better person, or losing this thing has made you a better person, or maybe you're trying to get out of being a bad person to a better person, you need to continue Don't say that, oh my God, it's not working. You need to continue. Remember, practice makes perfect. You need to continue in the rhythm of being better, doing better, getting out of a rut, because change is the only thing that is constant. And can it be changed for the better? Let everything change, and as it's changing, you're realizing it's changing you for the better and not just changing you in a way that you're getting more depressed, you're getting more stuck in a feeling, getting stuck in the past. Let time change for you in the most positive ways possible. Let the change be better. Always let the change be better. And if anything, let the change be better for you. And if you feel it's not good, can you do little things, just little things to make it better? If you're a gardener, can you garden less? It's the little things. Trust me, it's the little things. And last but not least, it takes two people to tangle. It takes two things to tangle. It takes you and the universe to tangle, right? Can you stay in a positive flow? Missing someone, missing something, missing a thing, or wanting a thing doesn't mean it's meant for you. It's where you're meant to be, because you will always align with where you are meant to be. Can you not aligning with things not make you miserable, because it's you being aligned for better things, for your best, for where you're meant to be, for what is meant for you? So why are you so stressed about missing out on these things, missing out on these people? They're not meant for you. Free yourself, because it's not where you're meant to be. They're not meant for you. And the right people, right things, right situations will bring themselves to you easily, will align with you so easily. You won't even have to move a muscle. You won't even have to stress. So I hope this video did help you. These are steps that have helped me, are continuing to help me in my search for a free mindset, in a search for a gender, in the search for a gender equal society. These points and pointers were for everybody, not just the female, not just for the male. These are societal points to free the mindset, to bring us together. Remember, these are always my opinions, and I want to hear your opinion as well. Tell me what you think of them. Tell me what you think of my opinions. Give me your opinions as well. And can we grow to a gender equal society, free mindset society, and can we just emancipate ourselves from the traditions of where we underestimate and we look down on people? Thank you so much. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next year. Stay safe. And may you align with your best life, okay? Okay, bye.